heavy stuff still a few hours away, but snow is falling as we near kickoff at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Buffalo Bills. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On second down, a run with Breida. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running out of the gun here, Breida. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. I love that play, because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult in normal conditions. In these conditions, almost impossible.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Allen now looks to throw. He'll buy some time right. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That's good for 28 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Allen. Flush to his right. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Second and goal from the 1. Breida will take this over the line. Touchdown, Buffalo. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Danny Amendola on the return. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Ed Oliver, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
49's the mic. Watch 49. Quit talking about it and bring it.
From his goal line here, Newton. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Here's Newton. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on third. And the AFC's Pro Bowl punter last year, Jake Bailey, on to punt for New England, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. That's taken at around the 40. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Now it's Allen. He's got the hookup with Diggs. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Now Amendola. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion.
And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 34. These two teams, you may recall, they didn't play each other till late in the year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in Week 13. This, the second meeting between these two division rivals. You might recall they met earlier in the year. Now a 1st down throw for Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Carlos Basham in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Another try after the 1st down sack. Newton. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Newton. Looking for Amendola, and it's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football. because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Well, this defense for the Pats, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
This defense for the Patriots, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Here's a toss right side for Breida. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we're looking at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Breida, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Matt Breida, his 21st touchdown of the season, and the Bills will extend their lead. So, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, it looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
A 2nd and 10 on a chilly, snowy December day, and I must say, I'm loving it. Kind of putting me in the holiday spirit. Charles hates it. And he's giving me the evil eye, folks. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
On 1st down, Newton. He'll check this one down to Michel.
Let's get off the
Give
field.
him 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Watch out.
They'll run it here. This is James White.
Go,
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off play action. Newton to Michelle on the dump off. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw again on second down. Newton. He'll get that out to the flat to White. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it third down. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And he will have a Patriots first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. To the air again, Newton. It's caught by Aguilar. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Now Newton. Flushed out right. Completes it to Aguilar. And for the moment, this will be a first down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. And he missed it. That was neither far enough. It wasn't even on target. It's no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
So the missed field goal, and now they're in great shape. They'll start at the 38. 56. On play action, Allen. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10.
Alert! Back. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Deuce.
Out of the shotgun, Breida. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Going deep for Diggs. And unable to connect. Sacked, incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. On fourth down, on is the former Dolphin Matt Hawk to punt for Buffalo, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Let's go. Again.
Newton now to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Come on, QB, come on.
Throwing on third down, Newton. Escaping the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Taron Johnson able to pick it.
And that's what we've seen from his defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now a give to Breida. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball, and we just saw there that that's difficult to do, but just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on, but the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. 3 yards remain for 2nd down.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Hey, gun. Here we go.
They fake the give. Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So now after the sack, Cam and the Patriots going to look up at a 3rd and long.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Going 58 is the mic. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Back to throw, Newton.
Let's go, D.
Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
8. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. 58, boys. 58. 58 is Mike.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Flushed out right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Out of the gun, Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Finding Knox there, complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Here's Allen. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Final shot before half for Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Isaiah McKenzie in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills will extend their lead here just before halftime. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this is caught at the 5. And he is into the end zone. So they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Newton and the Patriots with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll hand this to Michel to get things started. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Waiting! Waiting! Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. It's been a long day for you. Gun. 58's Mike. Ricky.
To throw is Newton. It's complete. James White. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. Eluding the pressure right. He's got White here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a Patriot 1st down on a pickup of 16.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I wonder if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. A.J. Epinesa. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Another try after the first down sack. Newton. He's got his man. It's White. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Come get some. He don't want it. 58's the mic. 58's the mic.
Here's Newton. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Newton to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
See what you got. 58, boys. 20.
On 2nd and 10. Newton. That's out to his running back, Michel. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Newton throwing again. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. They snap it to Newton. That's to his running back, complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Allen going to keep this one himself. And this Patriot defense up to the challenge once more as they again stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And, boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And, my goodness, another interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
54 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Allen going to throw. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Knox. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free.
Yeah, normally when you talk about tight ends, you immediately begin talking about them rumbling down the field. But to me, he was pretty well gliding downfield there. Very athletic for a big man, and he takes this one all the way to pay dirt.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Jerry Hughes in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Second and 20.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 3 down.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Newton. He's going to fire one deep left sideline.
Yeah, he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
New England on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and forever. And now here's another interception. Levi Wallace with a pick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
On 1st down, here's Breida, and he won't get much. maybe a couple down inside the 35 to the 34. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
Buying time to his left. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
Mike 13. He's coming. Check him.
Allen off the play fake. Dancing to his left. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
On the handoff, this is Breida. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the fourth quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
All day, baby, all day. Check.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal.
Check. Switch.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. 75 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
About a half yard from the end zone, third and goal. On third down, a run from Breida. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
Alert!
They run for it with Breida. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Matt Breida, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Bills are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Now Amendola. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The
play fake to Michelle. Now Newton. Finding room at the 30. And all the way up to the 33-yard line. Newton to Aguilar for a Patriot first. On first down, Newton. It's caught by Aguilar. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Connecting with Michelle. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down.
Here we go. Check 43.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Flush to his right. He's got it complete to Aguilar. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
Well, that's something you haven't had to talk about much this game. A nice big play right there. But this team, overall, they haven't done a whole lot offensively.
Well, they're still sitting on the goose egg. We talk about defenses having pride in a shutout. This offense wants to get rid of that 0.
Here we go, G.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes. Get out of there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. Complete to the running back, Matt Breida. And he'll be brought down after a nice gain, a pickup of 20. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early. This O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
You're not ready. You're not ready. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Check 13. Check 13.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win is put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking.